Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you, and this video is going to be mostly just kind of like a vlogging video. Uh, I know a lot of you come to my channel to hear about Sweden, and that's important, and I understand that. But I also just want to talk to you guys about how I'm doing, how I'm learning maybe things in Swedish, maybe some things I'm reading right now. Just kind of a way to just kind of talk to you myself, because I think even though a lot of you enjoy my channel because you love hearing things about Sweden, I would hope that some of you also think my personality is okay. And so there's like some things I would like to share with you guys. Again, I'm only 30 years old, so it's not like I maybe have a crazy amount of wisdom, but I still think there's some beneficial things I have to say. I might put some links to some things below here. I haven't decided that yet. We'll begin. I have my coffee here, and I hope you're having a lovely day. This is what my girlfriend got me for my 30th birthday. I actually think it's a pretty cool mug. There you go with the American flag and me. And the face I'm making there. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip here. So anyways, things are going really, really well. I have a big reason to learn Swedish that I'll get into another time, but I started really working and studying Swedish more. I want to say that it's about 10 days in a row since I've gone through my program with Babbel. A lot of people have written in the comments about different things that I can try to learn Swedish, and thank you for the suggestions. I'm working through that, but Babbel has been just awesome and fantastic so far. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going through, and I feel like I'm benefiting quite well and learning as I go. And so for the last 10 days, I've done at least 20 minutes a day Swedish. I do about 50 words that I review. I try to learn 5 to 10 new words, but I learn them like in a sentence in a context that way. And I go through old stuff I've learned because the Babbel program has like A1 to A2 level. I think it goes all the way from like A1, A2. It's a European framework for learning the language. And this time kind of going through, it's probably my third time reviewing. I'm really connecting a lot of things with how the grammar and things work, which has just been going for me fantastic. Now, my running hasn't been going as great as I would like it to be at the current moment. I'm going to try to get back into the swing of things this week. Now, when I say that, I've still run every single week, but I have been somewhat exhausted and burned out. This is the first time really me dealing with the darkness and having a YouTube channel, which has been fantastic. YouTube is also kind of an interesting thing because I have 730 subscribers, and I know that's not a lot, but if you think about it, just this time last year, I had probably 20 subscribers, maybe 35 subscribers altogether, and it's that constant working and uploading videos more and more that has made it effective. I've made my first paycheck from YouTube, and I've yet to my next paycheck that I would get from YouTube, I'm hoping to reinvest back in the channel. Maybe I would get a better camera. I'm using a blue snowball right now of a microphone. It's probably not the greatest microphone I could ever use, and to be honest, if you are a YouTuber and you're getting ready to start out, I would definitely recommend just spending maybe that $20 more to buy a better mic. I kind of wish I would. I'm happy with it, don't get me wrong, it works okay. But I definitely now in the future would have spent more money. I also have to get my computer still fixed. I'm still using this laptop. But that's the thing. I mean, I'm using an iPhone 6, this microphone, and a laptop. So I'll probably update to a better camera here in a little bit. And then probably update to getting some background lighting. But it took me 10 months to kind of see my first paycheck through YouTube. So I'm not saying that I think this is a fantastic, crazy money-making opportunity. But it's important maybe to start out when you're starting out with YouTube. The nice thing has been... well, just overall for me has been that I'm starting to see the numbers grow, and I do believe that 2 to 3, maybe another year from now, I'll start to see the returns from YouTube. But more than that, I just want you guys to know that most of the benefit I get from YouTube from doing these free videos is knowing that people watch them and enjoy them, and I do get a lot of friendly comments. So I just want to go ahead and say thanks for that, and I hope you enjoy this video. Another thing I want to address is that a lot of people ask me like political questions about either Sweden and the United States, and I'm going to kind of go into why I don't bring those up. The one reason I don't bring those up right now is I feel like we live in a time where people are really, really divided on either side, and I think that a lot of normal, rational people kind of can see both sides of things and think of both things. That's actually kind of my goal of this channel is... Although I always kind of look at things with American eyes, I've been here so long that I also feel Swedish. Now, I have done some videos where I talk about things, but really it's just through my experience. I'm not even sure I'm picking a side, and you guys can decide that. But the reason I don't go into that is because I just don't want to be a part of dividing people any further. And I just feel like we live in a time where if you try to talk about something and you don't do it the right way, you can change that. And I just decided from the very beginning of my channel this wasn't really going to be a political channel in any ways. And I hope to continue that as the years go by, that it's just something I don't avoid it because like I'm afraid to talk about it. It's more or less that I feel like people get so divided, people get so angry with all kinds of things right now, and I just don't want to be a part of that. And on top of that, I think about so many people that get upset about these things, but I think it's very important to think about things in your own life. For example, or how are you personally? Are you healthy? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you offering help to other people? Are you doing something that's great for yourself? So not even like a selfish way. Like I don't think we should be selfish, but like I think if we're happy and we're taking care of ourselves, like if you're working out or staying in shape, that you also are benefiting the world in the other way. What are you doing today to better yourself? And that's pretty much the question I try to ask myself. And the biggest weakness I had has definitely been in me learning Swedish. So I'm definitely working on that as best as I can, or as best as I can. And that's kind of what I didn't do such a good job with the first time around. So I'm going to continue to kind of work on that. I will continue to read comments again, and I would like to keep reading comments here and in the future. So feel free to comment on things and give me feedback. I do read everything, and I enjoy reading that, so that's been great. So I've just overall been happy adjusting to the darkness of Sweden. Somebody mentioned like how dark does it get compared to I think it was England, and that I can't answer because I haven't been to England. I know that the UK is notoriously known for having bad weather. So maybe there's parts of the UK that are very similar to here. Maybe some of the people that know better can write them in the comments below. Last but not least, one thing I want to try to do, and again, this is not every week. If you've been following my vlog, I really appreciate that. But today I just thought I could share with you also since I am talking about learning things, I could share some of the things that I've maybe read this month. So I'm not going to do this all the time, but maybe books that I've read that I thought were really good that I could recommend. And then what I will do, I think, is put an Amazon affiliate link. Now, keep in mind, this is a way that I could make money on YouTube. I'm not doing it to be like a hater. I'm not doing it in a bad way. I just feel like if I do read something and I think it's good and I can recommend it, I will put it Amazon links, Amazon.com and then Amazon.uk. If you live in Sweden, I don't care if you decide to get this book with Bookus.se or some of these others. I can do a video more on learning this. So if you do choose to get it from Amazon link, then I will get some money, I guess. But get it any way you want. These are just books that I really enjoyed. So my book reading this month was I read Ready Player One, which I really, really enjoyed. And I actually got this one book from Bookus.se or Bookus.se. And I had a lot of fun with this book, a lot of references to the 1980s. It was a really fun read to read, and I've just overall really, really enjoyed it. I was fascinated with this book. It got my imagination running wild, and I'm very excited to see the Steven Spielberg adaptation to this book. So we'll see where that one goes. Next, I read Michael Crichton, one of my favorite authors. This book is like Destroy, but it's Sphere by Michael Crichton. I read this one over my break, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite Michael Crichton book, but if you want to get into Michael Crichton, I definitely think this is a good one, so I'll put a link for this one below as well. And then I wanted to go a little bit of a classical route, and so I read The Stranger by Albert Camus, I think it is. I would say Albert Camus because I wouldn't know any better, but a classic novel, one that I've been wanting to read for a long time. And the more I read this book and I really enjoyed what it had to say, but I recommend going on YouTube if you do decide to read this one and kind of just hear what some other people say, just to hear their interpretations of it. I'm not a pro when it comes to these things, and so I just mention it because I do think that reading is really important and learning is important, and it's something that I do believe a lot in. Two books I'm reading now. I'm reading a book by a Swedish author, and it's called The Hidden Child in English, Camilla Läckberg, I guess is how you would say Läckberg. And anyways, reading this one right now. A very Swedish book. I think they've had fika like 15 times so far in this book. So I'm reading this one, and I'm still trying to get through The Stand by Stephen King. So I'm a little bit through this one right now, and when I finish it, I'll move forward. So I won't always talk about books I read, so don't worry. Maybe some of you don't like that, but I just thought I could link below to some of the books because I can recommend these three because I really, really enjoyed them. I'm not going to always have them on my YouTube videos, but maybe I'll have a favorite book of the year or favorite books of my year that I put on there. The reason I say that is because I do think that reading is important. I don't care if you're young or new, and kind of what I talked about before about doing things to kind of better yourself is it's important to have opinions. It's important to care about things, but it's also really important to always be constantly getting better at whatever it is. I don't care if it's having a gaming channel or anything else. It keeps me motivated. I try to read every day, which I find makes it better for me to have a YouTube channel or do anything else really, because it just keeps me moving and keeps me motivated. So that's all really I have today to share with you guys. This was a kind of a newer, kind of different kind of video, but I hope you liked it. If you did, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. You can give me a dislike too if you want to. I always like to look at the feedback there. Feel free to join the comments below and go ahead and write things in. I hope I answered some of your questions. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.